Hello and welcome to the triumphant return of the Only Connect third place playoffs. Many fantastic people have come third in a range of things. One Direction came third, Ruby Tando. Croatia came third in the 1998 World Cup, and that's a lovely place to visit. So come on, this is worth doing. Then again, the Lib Dems came third in 2010, and that was a total disaster. So maybe we should just go to the pub and they can put on a repeat of Dad's Army instead. No, what the hell, let's do this. Let's meet the teams. On my right, Oliver Levy, an arts enthusiast who's allergic to dogs. Bob Decaux, a data scientist who once caused the district line to be suspended when he was dressed like a horse. And their captain, Matt Loxham, a pharmacology graduate who once trended on Twitter for drinking out of an empty glass. United by a passion for pop music, they are the Poptimists. Matt, you just missed out on a place in the final to the Time Ladies. What's your strategy for this next game?
We're just going to have good fun. We've got some great opponents, and so we're just going to enjoy it.
It's a good fun game, the third place playoffs. It's the highest standard of quizzes for the lowest possible meaning, which is exactly how I like it.
Exactly.
Your opponents this evening are, on my left, Lindsay McBrien, an American jewellery maker who went to school with the children of King Hussein and Queen Noor of Jordan. Ailsa Watson, a keen amateur chef and fan of Spain. And their captain, Dave McBrien, a pub quiz master who celebrated his recent birthday with a chocolate stout cake. All graduates of Scotland's ancient universities, they are the ancient alumni. You were just beaten to a place in the final by the Dices in a nail-biting tiebreaker. Do you feel less pressure ahead of this next match?
I think so long as it doesn't go to a tiebreak, yes.
Well, let's get started and see what it goes to. Poptimists, you won the toss, but you've thrown your opponents in first. So, ancient alumni, please choose an Egyptian hieroglyph.
2 reads, please.
2 reads. That will be the first question of this playoff. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Next. Oh, it's the same person playing them all.
That's not... that's what I was going to say. I don't know.
I don't know this one. Do you want to gamble on that?
I don't. I think I might know Ray, but I would go for another one.
Next.
No.
Oh, well, Tommy is
Fish.
yeah, Joe Fish's mother is...
It must be a flashback, yeah.
Next. Oh.
2 seconds.
It's their only role, isn't it? I think it is.
Okay.
Unless it's all the same person. Is this these people's only film role?
It is not. So, possible bonus chance for you, Poptimists?
I think that those people are played by the mother of the person who's directed the film. Certainly, Tommy's mother was played by Martin Scorsese's mum, and I think When Harry Met Sally was
Rob Reiner's mum. Yeah.
That's exactly right. They are all played by the director's mother. And actually, Martin Scorsese cast his mother, Catherine, in quite a lot of his films, quite often. Right. The older Ali Calhoun, Gina Rowlands, mother of Nick Cassavetes, and Louise in Reality Bites. Do you know who directed Reality Bites?
It's Richard Linklater.
No, it was actually Ben Stiller, and his mother, Anne Meara, played the character of Louise. All played by the director's mother. Well done for the bonus, and you may choose a question.
Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Anything, couldn't it? Next. Ooh, phrase, oh, there are things that have a hull on them, maybe? Strawberry's got a hull.
Things that don't exist, is it?
Strawberries.
What do you mean don't exist?
Well, they both exist.
It's not better.
I think she just got a hull.
Well...
Strawberry's got a hull, and East Riding's got a hull.
OK, in that case. Yeah, go on.
Shall we? They've all got hulls.
Good quizzing, they all have a hull. Next clue was a ship, and the next was Emu. The great Rod Hull, of course, the puppeteer, worked with Emu. And I think they do all exist, so that's another thing they have in common. But I'd be hard-pressed to take it. Very well spotted. 3 points for getting it after 2 clues. Back to you, ancient alumni, for a choice.
Let's have the Twisted Flax, please.
The Twisted Flax. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Voiced by Peter Sallis. Next. They live in fire, don't they? What is the special thing about... Oh, what is the thing with salamanders in the Discworld? I think we're going to need more. Next. Is this... Oh, it's usually shown with their mouth, is it? I think that could be it. Oh, no, Block doesn't mouth. Next.
seconds.
Are these usually depicted without some facial feature?
Can you be any more specific?
Is it they're usually depicted without a mouth?
They are drawn without a mouth, that's absolutely right. Gromit, that character, was originally conceived with a mouth, but it was dropped later. I think there's a couple of seconds in A Grand Day Out where he's carrying a basket and there's a sort of a suggestion of mouth or an implied mouth, but broadly speaking, a mouthless character. The salamanders on Discworld, no mouth. Dilbert usually doesn't have a mouth, but apparently he's been drawn with a mouth when he's eating, nervous or angry. So if he's anything like me, that's all the time. But in other times, he doesn't have a mouth. Hello Kitty, no mouth. What does the Daily Telegraph publish on the 12th of February every year?
I presume it's not a Hello Kitty-themed crossword.
It's not, although that would be great. It's a birthday greeting for Gromit. Happy birthday, Gromit, on the 12th of February every year in the Daily Telegraph in the classified section. Back to you, Poptimists, for a choice.
Horned Viper, please.
OK. It's the music question. What do these musical clues have in common? Here's the first.
Next.
Turn the other cheek, he'd plead. Love thy neighbor, what's his creed?
Next. There could be 17, so there could be collections of anyway. Do you want to make next one? Next. They are all about Martin Luther King.
They are all about Dr. Martin Luther King. What did we hear?
Pride in the name of love.
Yes, I never knew that was about Martin Luther King. Yeah.
Shot rings out across the Memphis sky, I think it goes.
Yes, well, it actually starts early morning, April 4th, and Martin Luther King was actually assassinated in the evening, so perhaps that's why I never realised it was about him. I simply knew too much was the reason a shot rings out, exactly so. What was the first one?
Oh, we don't know.
No, you don't know the first one.
By the Time I Get to Arizona, Public Enemy. Second one, do you know?
Something by Nina Simone.
Yes, written by the bass player Gene Taylor, Why the King of Love is Dead, and that was actually first performed 3 days after the death of Martin Luther King. And the last one, Stevie Wonder, of course, Happy Birthday, which you often hear on the radio, people ring in and ask for it because it's an aunt's birthday or something. And then they have a song about Martin Luther King, also slightly curious. Very well done. Alumni, what would you like?
Lion, please.
Lion. OK. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Next.
It's a word thing.
Yeah. Next. Backwards in it. It must be crossword.
It's crossword clues, but I'm not...
Next.
One second.
It's got to be a cryptic crossword style thing, but I'm not.
You don't have
spotting
it? Poptimus, would you like to have a go for a bonus?
Well, yeah.
They sound somewhat like missing vowels if you garble them.
Try to express that another way.
Near homophones for missing vowels.
I think for a bonus, I can't take that, and you are painfully close.
If you take the vowels
Vowels
out,
out, they're
it
all the
means
same.
missing vowels.
If you take the vowels out, you would get the consonants in missing vowels, missing vowels, but with different vowels put in to make the phrases messy in OGV Wales, I'm issuing a view also, and so on. If you took the vowels out, they'd be sort of bad guesses. If we took the vowels out and missing vowels, you get those sentences. So really close, but not quite right. You may have your own question, however. The water question, are they going to be picture clues? Yes, they are. What do they have in common? Here's the first.
Eva Green, yeah. So it could be Bond girls, but I suspect not. Next. Angela Eagles. So Eva Green. Oh, is it Angela Eagles? Yes. Green. Yeah, that's not a big time. Next. Susan Sarandon. Is it Susan Sarandon? I'm sure it is. I think that's Susan Sarandon. I think it is. I think we're going to need another one, aren't we? Next.
Oh, well, that's Kerry Mulligan.
Yeah, so they are
Golf.
golf terms.
You could have got it. Answer 2 clues. They are golf terms. So we're looking at Eva or Evergreen, Angela Eagle, Carey Mulligan at the end, which is nice because this whole game is kind of a mulligan, isn't it, really? Yeah. Who do you think that might be at clue 3?
Joanna out of bounds.
Do you know over there?
Birdie something?
No, it's Natalie Wood.
Oh.
Natalie Wood. Yes. Elspeth Sandtrap. Well done. That means at the end of round 1, the Ancient Alumni have 1 point, the Poptimists have 6. On to round 2, the sequences round, and Alumni, you'll be going first again, so please choose a sequential hieroglyph.
2 reads, please.
2 reads. You'll be seeing the first in a series. What comes forth? Time starts now.
OK, so this is 1960, so 50. Remember they lived in China, obviously. Next. That's 1977, 1966, is it 66, Cultural Revolution, maybe. 66, 77, 88, 99, perhaps. What happened in 99?
Prince song?
Well, that didn't happen in...
No, but the song was called 1999.
A certain Prince song was played a lot on the eve of the millennium.
All right, I'll take it. It's not a perfect answer, but I'll take it. Let's have a look at the third in a sequence. Talk me through the clues.
OK, so it's 1966, Cultural Revolution began in China. Red Rum's third Grand National win, well, it was 73, 74 and 77.
That's right, so 77 was the third one, yep.
Red Dwarf began in 1988, and introduction of the euro not as actual coins, which was 2002, but as a virtual currency, whatever was 1999.
As a concept. Yeah. Nice extra fact. 66, 77, 88, and ideally I'd have heard something that happened in 99, but you did mention that the song was played a lot, so that would have happened in that year. Very well done. Bob, are you a fan of Red Rum?
Yeah. Any more than that?
Well, I just think about it because you were dressed as a horse on the Underground.
But this is true. I was actually dressed as Red Rum for a bet. Yes, as a sporting legend.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
What does it involve, dressing as Red Rum?
I had to find a willing accomplice. We hired a costume, have our photo taken on the tube platform, and the driver thought he'd seen a horse on the track, and they suspended the line. So, very unfortunate, all in all.
The driver? He saw a pantomime horse and thought that it was a loose horse on the track?
Apparently so. Yeah.
I would be really worried about that if I ever travelled by tube, which I never do. Very well done. 99 is the answer. Poptimists, what would you like?
Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. What would come forth in this picture sequence? Here's the first.
Adam Smith on the 20.
Hublot?
Bolton.
Next.
Is that Elijah Wood?
Elijah Wood. Bolton Wood. Do we want another one?
Next.
Oh, as Jesus in Big Lebowski.
Do we want one more?
We don't have one more.
So Elijah,
Jesus. It's prophets, isn't it? Prophet Elijah, prophet Jesus.
2 seconds.
Paul, I don't know.
Paul.
Not the answer, I'm afraid. Ancient Alumni, do you know?
It's a river just outside Edinburgh.
And why would that be?
What would come forth?
Unfortunately, I can't accept it. You're thinking in the right way, but come is not the name of the person at the clue 3.
We don't know who that is.
Oh.
Well, you know who that is. Where you went wrong.
What would Jesus...
It's not Bolton at clue 1, it's Watt. James Watt, the pioneer of the steam engine. What would Jesus, or Jesus, do? Something that means do at the end. So you thought along the right way, but not quite it. So you don't get the point, although you worked out the sort of sequence it was. What would you like for your own question?
Lion, please.
Lion. OK. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Right. 23. Next. Oh, wow.
What's this number that you call for the... Or like, I don't know.
Next. Wow. It's a sequence as well, so it counts them down.
If you don't know, you won't guess it in a million years, but do try.
OK, no, I won't bother then.
Poptimist, do you want to have a go for a bonus?
Yeah, so which ones are we going for?
I don't know the numbers.
OK, so we will go what the flip 3, 4, 5.
Is an acceptable answer. We've gone with 3, 4, 5, World Taekwondo Federation. Can you talk me through the sequence, please?
They are... so the first... the words are irrelevant. It's the first letter of each one that corresponds to the day of the week and the number...
Exactly so. So the days of the week, 1, 2, 3, MTW, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4, 5, 6, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So we go round again, 3, 4, 5, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So something that begins WTF. Most people at home will have thought of the World Taekwondo Federation, although, interestingly, it changed its name to World Taekwondo because it didn't want the initials WTF. Who knows why people make these decisions? Well done for the bonus, and you may have a question. What would you like?
Horned Viper, please.
The Viper. OK. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next. So these are
Sprints.
of footballs.
Sprints. There's parts for camera aperture now.
Next.
Okay, so they are just all. So, I mean, well, the DGSEs, right? So do you want like?
Oh, is it to do with 40, 30, 20, 10% alcohol? I mean, no. Advocat, counterpart.
Can you have like new crime or something? Well,
Something that's 10%.
well, you want it
0%. Sure.
2 seconds.
Water.
Absolutely not the answer, I'm afraid. Alumni, would you like to go for a bonus?
Whiskey.
That's not it either. The sequence is what I drank this morning to celebrate the return of the third-place playoffs, and the answer is green chartreuse.
Okay.
Can you think of an alternative sequence other than my breakfast? Why do we say green chartreuse rather than any other chartreuse?
It's the colours, isn't it?
Because it's the colours of the rainbow. Campari is a red drink. Aperol, orange, Advocat, yellow. We could have had red rum, I suppose. A clue one, couldn't we? It's the colours of the rainbow in delicious drinks. So a green chartreuse or any other green drink. And I can't accept water because if it were green, you shouldn't really drink it. Alumni, what would you like?
Water, please.
Water. OK. What comes forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Need more than that. Next.
Are they primes? Primes and sequence? It's like missing numbers and missing.
Right,
Missing.
she's right. It's the sequence between consecutive primes.
So the next one's going to be between 13 and 17.
So one after that will be between 19 and 23. So 20, 21, 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
20, line, 20, 21, 22 line.
Is the right answer. And why? Lindsay, perhaps you could explain.
Because they're basically a sequence of primes with the numbers that basically fall in between.
Exactly
displayed.
so. The series is actually the missing numbers. 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23. Those are the prime numbers, and those are the blanks, and we wanted to hear the numbers in between. Well done. Poptimists, one question remains, the twisted facts. What will come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next.
Did you threaten to overrule?
Yeah, well,
Is that the fourth one? So you're saying
it just keeps repeating.
yeah, many times.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shall we? Did you threaten to overrule him?
I'm sorry?
Did you threaten to overrule him?
Just again?
I can't remember what he says off the... Did you threaten to overrule him?
He says, did you threaten to overrule him 12 times? So 10 more times after clue 3 and clue 4. What is this sequence?
This is the Paxman interview with Michael Howard about... Was it the director of the CPS, was it?
Yes,
Or the prison
Director General of the Prison Service, Derek Lewis. It was Jeremy Paxman interviewing Michael Howard about that. So we could have had a sequence that was all 4. Might have been a bit easy. Well done. That means at the end of round 2, the Ancient Alumni have 7 points, the Poptimists have 10. Connecting walls now, and it'll be the Poptimists to go first. So please choose lion or water.
Water, please.
Water. You have 2.5 minutes to solve this wall, starting now.
So we've got deadly sins, maybe?
Indeed.
So gluttony, lust, sloth, pride, we've got wrath and envy, so there's six. Okay. So
The games. Crab's Beetle, these are drives, aren't they? One of
Beetle
the-
Drive, Craps Drive.
Chocolate, these are dice games. And something else, Crackerjacks, right? They're dice games.
I suspect it's one of the sins.
Mikey. What else is there?
Mikey, so Mikey's from Boyzone, but there's no other Boyzone people.
Trumpeter's a swan.
Earmark. What about letters before things?
Yeah, and Mike. Take letter off. It's.
Mouth is in. Mouth is.
So while we're doing this, should we just keep
Let's
trying
try
on
the.
You've got the Goonies there as well.
Oh yeah,
Chuck-a-Luck, Sloth, Chunk.
Oh, Chocolate.
Chocolate, Sloth, Chunk, and.
Mikey.
Oh yes, Mikey.
Okay, so maybe not Chocolate. Who else is in there? Beetle. Oh yeah, well,
Right. Okay. So we've got dry. So we can maybe do. We've got 5.
Yeah.
So we've missed
Cycle
wrath.
those. Oh no, we see.
Pride.
We've seen 6. Oh no, sorry.
Envy. And greed. Right.
Nice.
Okay.
Right, so Chocolate, Craps, and Beetle go
Chocolate,
together.
Craps, and Beetle.
Then-
Drives. Okay.
Then you have
Trumpet. Are there any instruments?
Trumpet.
still these ones.
Reed. Reed's one. Trumpet's one.
No, because that was
Trumpet.
drummers.
Well, do we want to try some?
Well, so
do they
we tried
drives?
with Crackerjack.
Tony, Mark, Jack, and Peter.
Yeah, well, let's just do that.
So Peter, Mark, Jack.
And Tony.
You said that very calmly, suddenly at the end there. And you've solved the wall. What about the connections? Tell me about Chunk, Mouth, Sloth and Mikey.
Characters from the Goonies.
They are from the 1985 teen adventure film The Goonies. And the green group, Lust, Wrath, Envy, Pride.
4 of the 7 deadly sins.
Those are the deadly sins. And the next group, Gluttony, Earmark, Crackerjack, Trumpeter.
They all end in boys' names.
Yes, you spotted them in there. Tony, Mark, Jack, Peter, hiding at the end. And the last group, Greed, Chuck-a-Luck, Beetle, Craps.
Dice games.
They are dice games. So you've got the maximum of 10 points. Very well done. Let's bring in the ancient alumni now, give them the lion wall and see how they get on with solving it. Alumni, you have 2.5 minutes to solve your wall, starting now.
What's the fish? Mullet, tarpon, sturgeon, dab, skate, soles. Too many to try. Oh yes, sole.
Laidlaw.
Redpath.
Lovely.
Cook.
Hastings.
Gavin.
Yeah, okay, so that's taken out at least 1 fish. Are we down to 5 that we can cycle? Dab, bass, tarpon, sturgeon, skate, and mullet. Still 6.
Although, are there...
The Cook Strait, the Menai Strait, the Bass Strait.
Yeah, lovely. And Davis Strait.
So
Hang on, there's no other straits, so let's save that group. So that takes out another fish, so we can cycle these 5 fish. Dab, bass, tarpon, sturgeon, mullet. We can cycle.
And skate as well.
Oh God, that's still 6. So it hasn't taken out a single fish, has it? Sorry, it's taken out bass. Sorry, we took out bass with the straight. So it's dab, tarpon, sturgeon, mullet, and skate. We can cycle. Now we've got the straights. No, I'm not going to press the 4th one. Don't worry. But the straights are bass, cook, Menai, Davis. So what is the connection between skate, mozzarella, primary, and truth? It's a word one.
They've got girls' names at the end of them: Ruth, Kate, Ella, and Mary.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well done.
Yeah.
You've solved the wall. Very well done. What about the connections? Tell me about Hastings, Redpath, Seoul and so on.
These are Scottish Rugby Union players.
They are. Can you tell me something else?
Were they all part of the Grand Slam team in 1990?
No.
No,
but
No, Laidlaw's later. Oh, captains.
they've all been captains of the Scotland national side. And the next group, Mullet, Sturgeon, Dab, Tarpon.
They're fish.
They're simply fish. And the next one, Menai, Cook, Davis and so on.
Straits.
That's right. Where are those straits?
Menai Straits between Anglesey and the Welsh mainland, the Cook Straits between North and South Island, New Zealand, the Bass Straits between Tasmania and the mainland of Australia, and the Davis Strait, is that up between Greenland and Baffin Island?
In between Greenland and Canada, in Baffin Island, exactly so. Very well done. And the last group, Skate, Truth, Mozzarella, Primary.
Ailsa spotted this.
They've got girls' names at the end of them: Kate, Ruth, Ella, and Mary.
Girls' names hiding at the end. Well done. So that is all the connections as well. It's the maximum of 10 points. Let's have a look at the overall scores. The Ancient Alumni have 17 points, the Poptimists have 20. And on we go to the Missing Vowels round. Fingers on buzzers, teams. I can tell you that the first group all rhyme with crazy, pretty much. Poptimists?
Patrick Swayze.
Correct. Poptimists?
Jay-Z.
Yep. Alumni?
Franco Brazy.
Correct. Alumni?
Mr. Lazy.
That's it. Next category, national capitals and an anagram of them. Optimists?
Rome and more.
Correct. Optimists?
Kingston and Stonking.
Well done. Optimists?
Tehran and Neither.
I'll take it. I don't know if there's really a word. We had Tehran and Anther, but neither is an anagram. Well done. Next clue. Alumni?
Manila and Animal.
Correct. Next category, 3 members of musical families. Alumni?
Janet, Jermaine and Michael Jackson.
Correct. Alumni?
Johann Josef and Richard Strauss.
I'm afraid you'd need a C. That's not right. Poptimist, you know?
Johann, Joseph, and
Edward Strauss.
That's right. Next clue. Alumni?
Hank Williams Jr. and Hank Williams III.
Brilliant. That last one was Nana, Eagle Eye and Don Cherry, of course. Those were the members of the family. But the bell has gone for the end of the quiz. And looking at the final scores, in an excellent second place with 21 points, it's the Ancient Alumni. But with 26 points, triumphantly third in this year's series, it's the Poptimists. Very well done. Excellent quizzing from you. Excellent quizzing from all of you to do this well. Very well done. Thanks very much for watching, and join me next time for the final. Yes, the time has come. Although, if you ask me, it's much cooler to come third than win. People bang on about Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. What about Michael Collins? He went all the way to the moon and couldn't be bothered to get out. That's the guy you want to share a bottle of tequila with. Goodbye.